Las Vegas rocks all around the clock. Las Vegas rocks, 'cause this town never stops. Las Vegas rocks all around the clock, 'cause this town never stops. Las Vegas rocks.
Las Vegas rocks.
It's the Las Vegas Rocks radio show, the show before the show. Join us for a fast-paced hour of celebrity interviews and entertainment news. And now, here's Ron.
For Las Vegas rocks.
And welcome to the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. And welcome to 2021, everybody. Yes, sir. And the Las Vegas Rocks radio show's first anniversary 1 year ago.
Wow.
On January the 4th last year. Or now, yeah, it is last year now. We did our first show, and here we are 1 year later. I'm Ron Garrett, your host, along with co-host Tom Hillary. Hopefully, we'll get a visit from entertainment reporter Tiffany T., who said she's a little under the weather. My guests this evening are the Vegas Room entertainment director, showman, singer, all-around entertainer, Mr. Jassen Allen.
Hey, how you
Jason.
doing?
We also have on the phone, let's bring in Michelle right now, if you don't mind. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, how you doing?
On the phone right there is Michelle Johnson. She's a singer and a songwriter, a producer, and an author right there. Also in studio is Nicholas Cole. Nicholas is a special guy. He's a singer, songwriter, pianist, and you wrote strip performer, aren't we all? Did you appear at a strip club or anything, Nicholas? Is that why you said? I'm only kidding.
I only have 5 children at home.
Plus, our special guest direct from Vietnam. He's the former entertainment and marketing manager at the Sahara Hotel and Casino, former marketing guy, marketing director at the Bourbon Street, marketing director at the Las Vegas Club. What's he? Can't keep a job, David?
I'm telling you.
Holy cow! I didn't hear him. Did you? Is he up? Hang on. Say it again.
Glad to be back in.
There it is. His mic is breaking up just a little bit.
It was in here.
Okay. Again.
I'm glad to be back in Vegas.
Thank you. There you are. We lost
Coming
you.
from Vietnam. Huh?
We can see you on Facebook Live there. Okay, David. David's going to say hello to all his friends in Vietnam, his colleagues.
Yes.
But first, I want to tell you the mission of the
Xin Chao.
Sin Chow, huh? The mission of the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. It's to encourage and motivate, support, and promote local entertainers, singers, musicians, comedians, magicians, dancers, tribute artists, all entertainers, both on stage, in front of the stage, backstage, who work in the showrooms, lounges, dinner clubs, nightclubs, show bars, and all other venues that feature live entertainment. Did I get it all in there?
I think you nailed that.
That's exactly what we're trying to do here.
Nailed that.
And Tom, I forgot, Tom's over there, Mr. Tom Hillary. Thank you for being here. We're going to talk about your magazine cover in just a minute.
Fantastic.
Okay. And Michelle, hang in there because I'm going to do my shout-outs first, okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, today's shout-outs go to my sweetheart listening at home right now. I love you, baby. My fiancée, Tammy Morelli. Shout-out to Janet Conway in New Jersey. Hey, Janet, how's the snow? Janet told me that she's got tons of snow out there. The weather's really bad. I'm glad we're not in New Jersey tonight.
Me too.
Arthur Shanker Jr., he's in St. Louis. He'll be back on next week. This is the mob segment of the show. Arthur Shanker Jr. and Meyer Lansky II. Yeah, he's also going to be on later on this month. Gene Ferrari out there in Fort Worth, and Tommy Ronca next door in Naples. Tommy Ronca is one of the original Chaperones, a doo-wop group from the olden days.
Okay.
Also, shout-outs to Angelo Casaro, Ben Spano, Janine Pritchard over the Italian-American Club.
Yeah.
Jason's going to tell us all about his upcoming gig over there.
Yeah.
My buddy Lost in the Desert, PJ Gia Maria. PJ, what I mean by that, he's out wandering around in his RV having a good time. Hey, Barbara Brighton, I hear you're getting better and stronger every day. Johnny Scaglione, my producer buddy down in Tampa, Florida. Hello, Mark Maynard and Lisa Mascori. They're out and about, and Mark, of course, is the one of the best Frankie Vallis I've ever heard. And he worked at Chianti and a whole bunch of other places. Johnny Bird and Anna Bird, congratulations on your brand new child.
Hey.
And I didn't hear it. Was it a boy or a girl? Do we know?
It was a human.
It's all that counts.
I like that.
It's all that counts, right? And to all the venues that support local entertainers, let's get a shout out to them. The Italian American Club, of course. The Vegas Room,
yes, sir.
And they've really coming on strong. Sienna Restaurant, the Bootlegger, the Tuscany Hotel covers everybody all the time. Chianti is a good spot. Mosaic is out pumping again with Blair. Farrington down there with the piano guys. They're doing a show. Prosecco's, you work there too, Jason.
I do.
You worked everywhere in town. I did my homework on you. Also, Capo's. Anybody been there lately? And one of the old guys running around has been doing Sinatra for 100 years. Before Sinatra was born, he was doing Sinatra.
Oh, wow.
Bobby Ligori. Hello to the Skyline Casino. You were just talking about that, right,
tonight.
Nicholas?
Be there tonight.
And hopefully Tiffany will be here in a little while. If not, we'll get to it next week with some more of who's who in town.
Who's who?
In town. But before we get rolling, let's go to David here. David, I know you got a busy schedule. Get on the mic. And let's say hello to all your friends out there and tell us a little bit about Vietnam and what you're doing out there. And thanks for coming back to Vegas for a little while.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to be here, get invited on the show. I have been in Vietnam and Cambodia, actually, for the last 4 years. So most recently in Vietnam, they're experiencing the same things we're experiencing here with the COVID. The casinos are shut down over there. Tourism is basically stopped. International flights have been canceled, so they're struggling there.
But it's going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. But the best form of entertainment there is karaoke. So in the interim, all the restaurants, any type of venues, they do the karaoke. And that brings in the crowds. I mean, they have an elaborate setup for karaoke.
When you were running the casinos over there,
Yeah.
did you have great restaurants and people just like Vegas or not?
Yeah. In Vietnam, like I said, it was more of a hotel, but in Cambodia is where I was running the casinos over there. So there I worked for a Chinese company, and they bring in like cultural shows. They do variety shows. So they bring a whole array of dancers, magicians, crazy acts. So they don't just do like one headliner. It's just a variety of acts that really draws them in.
I bet Vietnam is probably the only place where they don't recognize your Boston accent. Is that right? Is that,
Yeah.
You know, you think that might be the truth?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like I said before, I try to do everything with visual aid. I do.
How about getting translator on your phone? You know, that works.
Google's translator.
Yeah.
So I become good friends with people who speak English right away. So
I guess.
Yeah.
I seek out the people who can speak English and do the translating.
You
for
want to
me.
say hello to anybody out there in Da Nang?
Yeah, I want to say hello to all my friends in Vietnam. Obviously, Da Nang, I have many friends, and I would like to say hello to all my friends in Vietnam and also my friends in Boston. I have my family and friends in Boston. Also, I want to say hello to, because, like I said, I've been away many years. I did come to Las Vegas in 1993. And as I said, we worked together at the Sahara, and I got an education with the entertainment business from Ron and working at the Sahara. I mean, we did it all over there.
I was so good at it that you went to Vietnam because you couldn't get a job here. Is that right? I really did you a favor.
From the entertainment marketing,
That's why we're there.
the casino marketing,
That's right.
and then even the stage manager. So I got a taste of what the stage manager did.
That's right.
You know, doing the load-ins, the load-outs. So I was wearing many hats over there. I had no idea, you know, working with the union there, loading the stuff in and out. So that
We
was
had lots of shows in the showroom. You were you guys, Jason and Nick and Tom. He was taking care of the show. We had the Shintas. We had
Buck Wild.
Buck Wild with David Sachs's show.
All right.
And one of the toughest jobs was David working with the unions, the stagehand guys, and we had lots of conversations.
Yes.
And you know, I'm not going to go there, but
Barely your tempo ever went up when your conversation.
you know, between pushing the button to bring the curtain down and playing cards on their computers, it was an interesting situation. Thank you, David. I got to move on with the show.
I have to tell David, I don't hear the Boston accent, but I do catch that Vietnamese accent. It's very strong. It's very, very strong.
So, and one more thing, David, which you made me laugh. What are the three things that make you so popular over in the Southeast Asia?
Well, I'm tall, I'm rich, and I'm handsome.
Hey, you're good here too. Then
That's right, over there. Yeah, okay. Thank you, David.
So that's why I like it. Okay, thank you.
I've got you on my Facebook Live. We're going to go to a break right now. We're coming back with Michelle and Jason and Nick and everybody else, okay?
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Let's hear Michelle as we go. Michelle, this is your song. I'm playing it for you right now.
Thanks.
And it's called I'm All.
When I was young, my fingers slipped over keys and told stories of songs that were still unsung. I wrapped my heart in each word from you You were the light in the tunnel that led to the path I was headed to. But time will make you forget all you're meant to be. Living your life by what the outside sees. And I've been gone for so long. So I'm letting you know.
Enough with the fees already. Bad check fees, credit card fees, late rent fees, and those huge payday loan fees. We can help and safely lend you up to $5,000 in minutes to cover your payments and avoid those fees.
Dollar Loan Center. Dollar Loan Center. Dollar Loan Center.
You don't need a checking account, perfect credit, or collateral, and it's 100% free to apply and see how much you qualify for. If you need the loan for 1 day, 1 week, or 1 year, it doesn't matter at the DLC. You only pay interest for the time you have the loan out. There are no application fees or prepayment penalties. Nothing, really. We offer small weekly payments and make it easy to pay your loan back because of our fantastic rates. Join over 250,000 satisfied customers and let us help you out. It's okay to need a loan and borrow money as long as you're getting a fair deal.
Licensed by the Data Financial Institutions Division. Customer must meet the normal loan qualifications. To review loan qualifications, visit us at don'tbebroke.com. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
Las Vegas has been hit hard by the current pandemic. Your friends at A Plus Automotive care deeply. For a limited time, get your vehicle repaired now and pay later with our 100 days interest-free financing. That's right. Get your repairs done today and pay later. 2 locations to get your repairs today. 564 East Silverado Ranch Boulevard and 7235 South Rainbow Boulevard inside the car wash. A Plus Automotive can diagnose and perform all general repairs. 702-992-3676. Some restrictions apply.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents, Steve can always have them stored safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
There's no other place like Las Vegas to see. No other place like Las Vegas to be. Where beautiful mountains.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show with Jassen Allen on the phone from Henderson. I don't know where she lives. I just on the phone from somewhere in Vegas.
Oh yes,
Michelle, what part of town are you in?
She's in Vegas.
I live in Summerlin.
Summerlin. Yeah. Oh, that's the best part there. That's where she's on the phone, and let's go to Jassen and Michelle right now. First of all, Jassen, you were born in Omaha, Nebraska.
I was actually born in Des Moines, Iowa.
And
yes.
you moved to Omaha,
Nebraska.
So
we was like going across the street, really.
But you also were a graduate of the University of Nebraska at Lincoln, and you graduated in 1994. We won't do your age.
Please don't.
And happy birthday on March 16th. So that's it. That's my research.
That's it. That's his crackpot team figured that all out. Yeah.
Jassen, you've come a long way in a short period of time, because I know that at one point in time, not too long ago, you were waiting tables at the Red Rock.
I was.
You had done that other places as well.
Yes.
You were in Vegas for 12 years. You've only been actually singing for about 7.
Here in Vegas, yeah.
Here in Vegas. You were a church singer. You worked at Busch Gardens as a production singer. You were at the theme parks in Texas and Florida. You did Dreamgirls in L.A. And I got you waited tables at the Red Rock, and you changed. You got changed over to the Terra Verde at the
Green Valley.
And over there, things began to change. You met Kenny Davidson there. And things began to change. And then Michelle.
Yeah.
So let's pick it up from there with Michelle on the phone. Give us a little rundown from Michelle and you guys getting together, and where'd you go from there? Michelle joined in.
Okay, Michelle, you're with me, right? So Michelle and I met through a phone conversation because she was looking for some singers for a big choir event. Not sure what it was, but a friend of mine named Lorena Perel from Fantasy, she was like, you need to go call this lady. She's looking for singers. So I said, okay, I'm going to do that. And then I gave her a call. I was in Seattle visiting family. And then I called Michelle up and never met her. Never met. She didn't know me. But one of the requirements for the gig was that I was black. She said, "Like
it was a requirement."
It was a requirement. She goes, "Are you black?" I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "You sing?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Okay, you're hired."
Right. The last time I had to meet requirements like that, I was joining the mafia.
I'm telling you.
Was it in that order, Jason?
It kind of was. I mean, honestly, that's seriously how it went over the phone. It was so funny. Like, you know. And then I was like, okay. And she goes, so here's what it is. You can't really talk about it. But I'm putting a choir together to sing behind Barbra Streisand.
Wow.
When she comes to do her show at MGM. And I was like, okay. I'll never forget. We were out to eat in Seattle, and I hung up the phone. I was with my brother and Ross and my brother's family, and I'm just like, I think I just landed a gig singing behind Barbra Streisand.
Michelle, what do you got to say about all that?
Well, in my defense, the requirement from Barbra Streisand's team was a diverse choir.
Black.
So it wasn't like I went searching for my own people or anything like that.
She was
It was
chiseling
that
away.
I needed to have sort of a Benetton-looking choir. And sometimes in this business, whether it's popular or not, you have to make things look a certain way, not just sound a certain way. So that's what I went about doing. And Jason landed on the chocolate chip search.
Yeah, I sure did.
And ended up in the choir. And that is absolutely how we met. We sang behind Barbara at her one show in Vegas. It was called Barbara Live, and it was at the MGM Grand, and we had an amazing experience.
Unbelievable experience.
Michelle, I have to ask you this question because I've heard this rumor a million times. That
I know what's coming.
Can you actually look at Barbara, or do you lose your job if you do? Was that true?
It's always that question.
Yes, you can. I would say it's a contextual answer, because my job was to bring in that choir and direct that choir. And so the way that we had it blocked, we were in a semicircle around her, and I guess she did this in every city of the tour. She turned around at a certain point in the song, looked directly in the eye of whoever the choir director was, which was me, and Bill Fain was conducting on the side
Bill, yes.
my choir. She looked me right in the face, smiled at me, and said thank you, and bowed to me. Which I wanted to plot when that happened. But so I would say, I think it's contextual. And I think also that sometimes those stories get blown out of proportion because we don't have the whole context.
We looked at her.
I mean, I've worked with a lot of artists where what it really boils down to is they're in their zone and they're in the middle of their production, and people are having a paparazzi type attitude towards them and wanting autographs or just interrupting their flow. And in fairness to them, that just kind of blows. So then people just don't like it. But there are other artists who are over the top and say, never make eye contact. That was not my experience with her. And I have friends who've sung with her who have said the same thing.
Now, you two guys, you and Michelle, Jason, had a big success recently. Can we talk about that?
Sure,
Do you guys interact on that? You're
I
at the Vegas room?
I had a little bit of that. I kind of landed into that success, but really the success goes towards the Las Vegas room and the performers that were in the show called A Vegas Room Christmas, which Michelle Johnson was one of the featured performers in, along with Randall Keith, Sam Holder, Ruby Lewis, Amanda King, Carnell Johnson, or Vegas Golden Pipes, and Luke Stifler. Am I missing anyone, Michelle?
Oh, God.
No, I think I got him. Ian Ward. And Janine Valentine. Oh, she'll kill me if I miss her name. And Janine Valentine.
Say Amanda.
Yep, I got Amanda. I think I nailed them. I think I got them all. And they put together a tribute to Irving Berlin and the music, the holiday classic, White Christmas. And this show was, and I'm telling you this as a person that came into it late, who was already ready to go. I saw it for the first time before I really started working, and it was so touching, so moving, so beautiful, so well done. So the harmonies, there was 4-part singing. It was like Manhattan Transfer was with us. And each group of people brought their own energy and different flavor to the show, and it was simply amazing. Then, to top it all off, it was served with a 6-course meal prepared by Chef David Robinson, which was delicious. and everybody raved about it, and then they got the show. It was a wonderful time, Michelle. You should be so proud.
How many shows did you guys do over there?
You guys ended it was scheduled for 20, right? But you ended up doing 18.
Yeah, I think did it end up being 19?
I think
maybe,
18.
Or 18?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
18 shows.
18, I think, and I did.
You did a lot.
Right? No, it was 4 weeks, so that would have been 20. I know I did 15.
Yes.
No, I did 14.
14.
Shows.
Yep.
And they had a rotating cast, so depending on what night you came, it was a different configuration.
Who were some of the other folks in the show besides the two of you?
You want to take that one?
Sure. I will do my best.
I'll help you.
Okay, the men were Rob Hyatt, Carnell Johnson, known as Golden Pipes. We had Randall Keith, Luke Striffler, and Ian Ward.
Yep.
And the women were myself and Amanda King and Janine Valentine, and also another gentleman, Sam Holder, was in the show. And
don't forget Ruby Lewis.
I thought I said Ruby.
Nope,
Did
I
not
got
say
you.
Ruby?
I got you.
Okay, and Ruby Lewis, of course. The amazing.
Yeah, everybody was amazing.
It was a smorgasbord.
It was a cornucopia of flavors, I like to say.
Michelle, you've been all over the world. You are known as the First Lady of Jazz. You lived in Hong Kong and Cairo and just about everywhere. The list was endless. I didn't have enough pages, and I ran out of ink.
I'm telling you.
And there was no question about it. But what you're doing now is working in town as we're trying to get everybody back to work. Do you have any words on that about keeping our spirits up and going forward, because we all know things are going to get better?
Yes.
Sure. I mean, I try to be a glass half full person, and during this pandemic, I made the decision to focus on what I could control, which was writing music at home, writing scripts, writing shows, and assuming that I will be back to perform them at some point. Because it's really rare that performers get a window to breathe and actually create without having to also run off and be on stage. So that's the way I looked at it. And as far as moving forward, I would say we have to keep working on our craft no matter what. Like if you're someone who dances or who is in Cirque du Soleil or who sings, those are muscles that you have to keep active. So that when it happens, because I think it's going to happen in pretty much one or two fell swoops. I don't think it's going to be as gradual as people think. We have to be ready, and you have to stay positive. And of course, there's also technology now that offers the opportunity to do things in the comfort of your home or socially distanced in a pristine studio somewhere, and you can Zoom and stream and everything else. So I think it's a question of staying positive, staying careful, but also remembering that if you don't pursue your passion, it's going to wither up and die. And that, for me, that just wasn't an option during this difficult period.
I wanted to say a lot of things on this anniversary of my first year on the air.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Right here.
Congrats.
By the way, Nicholas Cole is here. He didn't leave yet. And we're going to get to you guys in just a little bit. But the year that just passed was very difficult, as we all know. But there's so many positive things that came out of the difficulty that just happened. So many things. So many lives changed for the better as well as the worse. But that is behind us now. Now, it's not magical that we've become, all of a sudden, it's 2021. That doesn't mean everything's going to go away.
Right.
There's a little more, right, Michelle? A little more to go. There's a little more to go yet.
Steps.
But we know we're going to get out of this now. And we're going to get everybody back to work like it should be. Vegas can't thrive the way it is now. But forget about the past. I know a lot of bad things happen, a lot of great things happen, but that's over. The future is where we're looking at right now. We have to get together as the community and make Vegas better than it's been for the last 10 months.
Yes.
And that's what we're all about.
I have to say that we've talked about this, Michelle and Skydie Miles and some other performers. You know, we feel very much that this is an opportunity. You know, one of the things that happened for me was that during this downtime, my voice got to heal. Because I've been singing so much and performing and working too hard and not properly, not smartly, you know. And all of a sudden, after 3 months, I was like, there's that B over, you know, top of middle C. You know what I'm talking about, Michelle. It's back, you know, and that was great. And then the other thing that I loved about, you know, you take the blessings from, you know, out of the manure, you make, you know, you try to make something out of that. Was that the innovation that, you know.
How about making lemonade?
Lemonade. Yeah, I don't know what you can make out of manure, but if you can do it and you're creative, someone will buy it. I'm telling you. Someone will buy it if you can make it clever enough. I'm telling you, there's a market for everything out there.
And I know how to sell it.
That's right. That's great. But what I was going to say is that even like another place that I am so fortunate to call my home, my work home, is the Space in Las Vegas. In the Space, where we give $10,000 away every 2 weeks to local charities. Monday's Dark is where I did a show, and we were nervous. We stopped, right, because of the pandemic. But then Mark Chinook and his genius mind said, you know what? There's innovation. There's ways to make this happen. And he put together, in such a short amount of time, this great live studio now. It feels like we're doing our TV show, and we kept innovating and kept giving money because charities who were in desperate need before the pandemic were in serious, almost claw your way out of the box to get in. Yeah. And we did it. And so Michelle's absolutely right. I think that when Vegas reopens, lounges are going to be popping. That's going to be the first thing.
I agree.
And you better, and I'm like, you people out there that have shows, you come ready. You have your stuff ready, because they're not going to be wanting to spend a whole bunch of gazillions of dollars right now. They're going to be like, what do you have ready? What can go? And then, let's see what you got. Go. And you better be ready. And that's what Michelle's meaning about that, and I think that's what you mean too.
I got a little cut of you. I'm going to play it right now before we go to break.
Oh,
yes.
Lord, what are we doing?
This is easy. You're doing the Commodores right now.
Uh-oh.
And it's the Monday's Dark Show.
Uh-oh.
This is Jassen Allen singing Easy by the Commodores. You look at the video on YouTube, you can see it.
Keep it right there. Can you do that? Again?
There it goes.
Oh! No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. If y'all know it, I want y'all to sing along with me. Come on. Well, I'm hanging on. You seem to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. Come on, y'all. You see a big store.
That sounds great, Jason.
Y'all picked the part I didn't even get right.
Yeah, what?
Who knew?
Ooh, it's why I'm easy.
Go with it.
Come on now.
I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah. Oh, yes, it's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
They don't rhyme like that much no more.
We'll be right back.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents, Steve can always have them stored safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Madison, a UNLV student and proud scholarship recipient of Ronald McDonald House Charities of Las Vegas. I wasn't sure if college was an option for me, but this scholarship changed that. If you're a current high school senior with a 2.7 GPA or higher, you too could be eligible to receive a scholarship from Ronald McDonald House Charities. For details, visit rmhlv.org or call 702-252-4663. Don't let money stop you from pursuing your dreams. Apply today.
Applications are due January 18th, 2021. It's 2021. It's 2021.
Like Las Vegas to see. No other place like Las Vegas to be. Where beautiful mountains are.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show, also Facebook Live. You're looking at Nicholas Cole right there, along with David Arciero in the corner, and Mr. Tom Hillary. Tom, you're up. You're up. Let's get his microphone on. Okay, it's got a short in it, I think, huh? Go ahead. No, it's not.
Got a short and a short.
Okay. If you could give him your microphone for a second, Nicholas, so we can get to the... We got a little short going there.
Sorry about that. Is that any better?
Okay. Now, Tom, you want to hold up your book, the magazine, to the camera? Tom Hillary, ladies and gentlemen, my co-host and co-producer and partner in the show, along with Josette and everyone else who helped me at the beginning, is on the cover of Marquis Hoo-Hoo Insight magazine, second edition, with today's leading marquee luminaries, and there's your page, luminaries and influencers. Tell us, what's this about?
Well, this is kind of exciting.
What did you do? I thought you just made B movies. I didn't know that.
B+ to you,
I
buddy.
did some other stuff before I came to Vegas, Ron. Well, first of all, we point out the marquee Who's Who is like the Who's Who you think about. It's been around since 1898. There have been companies that have come and gone, but this is like, I'm not trying to brag, but this is the real one. When they're talking about Who's Who. So I was in a bunch of the editions of the various Who's Who's back in the mid-1990s. That's when I was on the Board of Assessors in Massachusetts, Sudbury, Massachusetts. And all of a sudden I got a call a few years ago from Susan Tyson. She says, "Hi, Tom, how you doing? Marquee's gone digital. Do you want to get involved with us on the Internet now?" I said, "Sure, okay." So she said, "Well, we've got this Insight magazine coming out, and we'd like to put you in the centerfold." And I said, "That doesn't sound like the right word. You mean the middle page?" "Yeah, the middle page."
I think I'd want to see you in the centerfold.
No, you don't want to see that. Thank God this is radio.
Just wearing the scarf around your neck. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, Tiffany maybe. Me, no. So I went along with it, and the timing was perfect because 3 days before I had to send in the final write-up, the patent came through for the flexible device.
The cell phone holder.
With the housing.
Yeah.
So everything came out beautiful. I'm happy with the way this turned out, and wow, I feel good about myself now. So 2020 worked out all right in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
So you think you get any phone calls? We're going to get any more gigs out of this, or what? Isn't this what this is for, to help us out?
Well, yeah, that's exactly.
But this is. I'm only kidding.
I do it all for you, Ron.
It's quite an honor. Congratulations, Tom, for the front cover of Insight magazine. That's really great. Let's have a round of applause for Tom.
Appreciate it.
That's real applause, too.
That's real applause. Okay, Nicholas, you can take your microphone back.
Okay.
With sitting
Harry,
next to
what's
Mr.
up?
Tom right there, and over here,
How you doing?
move the camera a little bit, is Mr. Nicholas Cole.
Hi.
Nicholas from
How you
Chicago.
doing? Originally.
Now, and when I looked up your information, it says you were born in 1915. Did you know that?
1910. You got that a little wrong.
Did you do that for just to be Sinatra or what? Because he was born in 1915.
No. I'm trying to be myself. I don't, as Jason knows, we like to cover all bases of all music. So trying to be myself. But I do a lot of Sinatra stuff and Rat Pack music and a little Motown, a little bit of everything.
Well, you've worked at the Fontainebleau, the Ritz Club in Newport Beach.
Yeah.
You work for Buddy V still right now?
Yeah,
Buddy V with the Cake Master, right?
Yeah,
and
the Cake Boss.
The poor guy with he hurt his hand and everything.
He hurt his hand.
You're at Jilly's in Chicago, Caesar's Palace, Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
And your favorite slogan is "Music is what feelings sound like."
You did research on me, Ron.
It's all on Facebook.
Like
it's real easy. It sounds like I know what I'm doing, but it's not.
Yeah, so 6 years over there at Buddy V's, and a double on Saturday and Sunday, so I was working 6 days a week. I have 5 beautiful children at home. My shout out to my beautiful wife Danielle, and my kids Bronson, Dallas, Tatum, Wyatt, and Everett. All
yours.
All mine from one woman.
You better run that through again.
Bronson, Dallas, Tatum, Wyatt, and Everett. Yeah. And my beautiful wife, Danielle.
That's a whole set of interesting names, by
Interesting
the way.
names, yeah. Very hillbilly names, yes.
Hillbilly names. But yeah, you're from Chicago. What hillbillies live in Chicago?
So, you know what, Ron? I lived in Chicago only up until I was about 13 years old. And then I moved here with my father, because my father's also a musician also. And it was a win-win situation because my father ended up working I think it was at the Desert Inn at the time. And I got to go to Las Vegas Academy of Performing Arts. So it was awesome. It was a win-win situation in which, what an honor to go to that school. And then I moved to Florida. My father got a gig there, and then it was another win-win situation because I went to shout out to Taravella High School and all my classmates there. And
Taravella High School?
Taravella High School, right next to Parkland and Coral Springs.
A lot of people from Chicago.
Coral Springs, yeah, in Chicago.
Are you on Facebook Live right now?
I'm right
You're
there.
doing your own show?
Yep,
so you can see Nicholas on his page. You can see Jason on his.
Yep.
You can see both of them on mine.
And, so... Like Jason mentioned a little bit earlier, working that long for 6 years straight, 6 days a week, a double on a Saturday, and then it just stopped. I kind of did fall out of shape. I really did. Playing wise, it took me, since I've been working now about a month and a half already. At the Italian American Club and at the Skyline Hotel, and also at Gambit in Henderson, and the New Gatsby's, but. I had to find myself back. Breathing was the biggest thing, Ron. Breathing was the biggest thing in all these songs.
It helps if you can breathe.
You forgot where to breathe in these certain places, and
you didn't sit in the back in the corner going me.
But singing all that time, you get to it just gets to a point where it becomes you don't even have to think about it.
Well, let's hear what you sound like. Go ahead and run Nicholas Cole and is Las Vegas promo video audio.
Be a lady tonight. Luck, be a lady tonight. Luck, if you ever been a lady to begin with. I said luck, be a lady tonight. And I know that it'll all turn out. You make it work so we can work it out. And I promise you, kid, I don't get so much more than you get. I just haven't met you yet.
Go ahead and sing along with it, Nicholas. Go ahead.
I miss you, you know.
Let's see where we're at.
We changed songs.
I've been keeping all the letters I wrote to you. Each one's a line or two. I'm fine, baby, how are you? Never had
this is a promo.
Yeah, here's your
promo.
Okay, well.
There you go. A
little promo.
A few songs of you.
Thank
That's
you.
a nice promo. Michelle, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Hey, what'd you think of Nick's song right there? Oh, we're going to say nice things.
You mean his 20 songs? That
His
was
20
amazing.
songs in one.
20 songs.
I went online. I looked for a lot of your stuff. We found that good one that I played earlier for you.
Oh, thank you,
You
for
know,
playing
and-
it. That's
and-
the
oh, yeah.
original song that I wrote in a time when I decided to choose positivity.
Sounds like a hit to me.
How I roll.
That's great.
Thank you. I hope
You
so.
know, it does. It does.
I'm
Nicholas,
loving all the diversity of talent you have on the show. This is fun.
I like doing this. You know, everybody says, well, you know, you got so many people on at once, and I just say it real simple. This is what Johnny Carson did.
I mean, easily.
That's right.
For 30 years.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I always tell my fiance Tammy about that. You know, she says, "What are your goals?" I said, "They're still the same. I still want to be Johnny Carson."
Right.
And so, in my own little way, this is the way I do it.
Wow,
It's almost like you
appreciate
come
it.
on, you move down the couch, the next person
Like that.
comes on like that.
Like that.
Yep.
I like it too, buddy. I like
So
it
it's a
too.
little different format than most of these shows. Usually they go one-on-one and all that, but I like to bring everybody in on the conversation.
Thank you, Ryan.
Nicholas, where are you going to be performing next?
Okay, so I'm at the Italian American Club on January 10th, 13th, 17th, 20th, 24th, 27th, and 31. So basically mostly all the Sundays and Wednesdays. And I'm also there with the great, the phenomenal Mark Giovi on January 22nd.
we love Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
great.
we
He's a
love
phenomenal voice. January 22nd, and 29th. And like tonight, after this, I'm going to be heading over to the Skyline Hotel and Casino. We are there Saturday night, 6:30
On Boulder
to
Highway?
9:30, yes. And we just landed Sundays there. Afternoon music, guys. 2 o'clock to 5:30.
Coming back.
2 o'clock to, that's what we're talking about. So people are bringing back music. 2021, the Roaring 20s are coming back.
They're coming back.
And this new place that I'm also playing at called Gatsby's, I'm going to be there, which is a cool place. They're investing in music. And we'll probably be back at Buddy V's soon. We'll see what happens. And
Do you have any
Felicia-
insight into what's going on with Buddy V? Everybody loves this guy, and they want to hear it.
Well, you know,
Have you talked to them recently?
Yeah.
I watched a documentary on TV the other night about this.
we keep in contact a lot.
And he's looking forward to coming
I
back.
pray for a speedy recovery for my friend.
Now, is that back? Is he got the place at Harris?
No, this is at the Venetian.
The Venetian,
This is
I'm
at the
sorry, that's
Venetian,
right, the Venetian.
the Palazzo part, and they're doing okay right now. They're doing pretty well.
Well,
and,
what do they do inside? Is sell cake?
No, what we do is we have the restaurant.
It's a
part,
restaurant,
and,
okay.
and then right across from there.
I
we
thought
have
you had a
Carlos-
menu that had different cake entrees. You know.
Oh well, they have Carlos Bakery right across from there.
Yum.
And I mean, you go eat there and have dinner, and then right across the street is right next door. It's kind of Carlos Bakery from New York. And like I said, I've been there a very long time, and now I'm at some new places now, like the Italian American Club, playing there, and all over the spot, like Jason too.
Well, I got to join you
Yeah.
just a couple of weeks ago for
We were-
the first time.
we were jamming that
Yeah,
night,
we had a
man.
good time. Joey joined us too.
Joey Malati.
Joey Malati
Yes.
joined us
Great
as I was
players.
playing at the.
We had a
I just
ball
came
that
to
day.
kind of promote, and he was jamming. And I said, "Let's do this." He's like, "Let's do it."
You guys missed me and David. We were big shots at the Sahara there for a while, right, David? Big shots.
Yeah.
I was the entertainment marketing director and nighttime general manager.
Nighttime general manager.
I was also general manager of a couple of the hotels as well. But we were big shots, and everybody that is in town that's been here a while all came through our office. They all came.
So nice.
And I hired every single one of
That's
them.
great.
You know, I wanted them all there.
Then I'm going to try to be the new you.
You
at
could
the
be
Vegas
the new
room.
me, yeah. I had Kelly Clinton. I had Lena Prima. I had I had Bernie Higgins, the guy.
Not Bernie Higgins.
Birdie Higgins.
Birdie. See, I just told you, not Bernie. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Not Bernie. Birdie.
With Key Largo, and he was there. And on the list is who else? Can you remember anybody? They had Lisa Dawn Miller, who was Sandy Hackett's wife, and Sandy did comedy, and on and on and on. Carla Ray, and I did the Divas of Comedy on a Monday night. Carla Ray and Kathleen Dunbar were the headliners there, and what's that?
You had a burlesque show there as well.
I had a burlesque show with several dancers. They were beautiful. It was called the Sweet Lily's Cabaret.
All right.
And all kinds of different things. But we were big shots, David. Like, everybody came by to see us, and we tried to hire every local entertainer we could.
That's awesome.
Michelle, let's go back to the Vegas room for a minute here with Jason.
Mm-hmm.
And to get off the subject just a little bit, how did they configure the room in order to make it successful? They had limited seating, limited spacing, all that. What did they do to make that work and to have the shows that you got going there?
Shall you want to take it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that one. I mean, for one thing, what people may not know about the Vegas room is it's already a small venue. It's already an intimate setting. So that actually made it easier to scale down because they didn't have to go from, 1,000 seats to 25% of that. It was already small. And what they did 4 things. The first thing they did was they made sure that the gateway to the room was safe, meaning masks and social distancing in line. You wait outside. You don't all bunch up in the lobby. And temperature checks. That was the first thing, the entrance. The second thing they did was they measured the tables and went by the mandate that, parties, no more than parties of 4 at a table. So you figure someone's got a quarantine bubble of 4 people, they can still come see a show, and they're 6 feet from the next table. That was the second thing, the seating. And my favorite thing they did was, and they're still doing, is, in Vegas, back in the day, some of the days you're describing, when you went to see a show, you had this fabulous dinner, you got this great service, and then the show begins, and everybody hushes up, and you can hear a pin drop while Sinatra sings, or Sammy Davis. It's respect for the performers, and they recreated that in that room by telling people at the jump, it's a listening room. We're not going to be clinking our glasses and knives and forks, and people coming out, hey, you got the order wrong, and give me another drink, like all that stuff.
So they serve dinner first before the show.
Dinner first, and then the show, and because of the pandemic, masks up. So as soon as the show starts, before a performer steps foot in that room, the masks come on, absolutely.
Was there a 25-foot distance from the stage?
Well, Supper Club is different than it is for like a regular proper stage show. So Supper Club has a different, how do you say, Michelle, a different
well, it's a different protocol. If you're in a theater, it's 25 feet from the stage. If you were a restaurant, which they were they were smart, that, they planned it out as a restaurant first, it's a little bit different. It's kind of similar to Pizzeria Manzu. That's another place that has live entertainment.
Mayfair.
And that you can, and Mayfair, absolutely. You can be closer, but given the fact that people are closer, it's a smaller number of people. Like I said, it's not a big old theater. And if you're standing on that stage, the person that's the closest to you in the front, those people have to be masked. And they got better and better at it as they went along in terms of enforcing it and making sure people know from jump. And I really think when you set proper expectations and tell people in advance, you're not going to get so much slapback and discomfort. It's when people don't know the rules that they get frustrated. But the Vegas room was really good about their marketing.
How does it
so you knew walking in what it would be like.
How does it feel being on stage, working to a crowd that's masked up and separated like that? Is there any loss of...
no, not
Michelle,
for me. Michelle, did you feel that? I mean, for me personally...
I don't know. What do you think, Jason?
Well, when I started, I perform every Wednesday night at the Mayfair Supper Club. And every night, the mask is part of my costume now. It matches my tuxedos, and the female singer, hers matches her gowns and her dresses. So everything that are costumes. So it's just part of our look. So for me, performing with a mask, at least on when I walk around the room and then go on stage, we take them off. But as soon as we hit one step down, we have to put them back on. So already I'm used to masks. So then when I did my first show at the Vegas Room, and the masks were up, it didn't affect me at all, because honestly, what I really got was you really felt those eyes just looking at you and just intently and completely immersed in your story, in your show. And you can feel it. I mean, there's no frown, there's nothing. There's just looking at you, and you can feel it. And then, trust me, they're not shy. They still make a lot of noise out of those masks when they clap their hands, and we hear a lot of, sometimes even during the Christmas show, Michelle, we heard a lot of talking even with those masks on.
Yeah, we have to hush people. They're like, you'd hear in the back, "Oh, she's cool.
Phenomenal." Yeah, and then you're like, we hear that even through masks.
I got to take a little break here. Okay, we're going to take a break. We're going to go out in this break. This goes to you, Tammy. This is Camila Cabello with Havana.
Oh.
Havana, ooh, na, na. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh, na, na. He took me back to East Atlanta, na, na, na. All of my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manners. Havana, ooh, na, na. He didn't walk up with that, how you doing? When he came in, he said there's a lot of girls I can do it, but I can't without you. I'm forever in a minute. That's on my night. And Papa says he got Milo in him. He got me feeling like, ooh. I knew it when I met him. I loved him when I left him.
You can always depend on your locally owned and operated Meineke for the essential service your car needs. From engine repair to oil changes, we are here to help you get back on the road. At Meineke, our expert technicians are here to help you understand the problem and the fix. Save time and schedule your next appointment online at Meineke.com. Right now, a basic oil change is just $17.95. Engine, brakes, tires, oil. Meineke, doing car care right.
Listen to Kelvin. What he's about to say could change your life.
I'm 6'2", and I was about 290. I lost weight fast. I trimmed down. Now I'm about 235. I'm probably at about 9, maybe 10% body fat. That's great. I lost probably at least 60 pounds in probably 3.5, 4 months. Color of my hair's coming back. Skin looks better. Obviously gaining muscle. My muscle mass is coming back. Thank you for providing an awesome product. Somebody who actually has and does what they say they will. That's awesome.
That's great, Kelvin. Losing that belly fat in less than 4 months is outstanding. Since 2004, Andro 400 has been changing men's lives, like Kelvin, and can help you lose belly fat, gain energy, and improve your lifestyle. We guarantee it. Go to andro400.com for more true testimonials, before and after photos, and special discounts. Only available on andro400.com. andro400.com.
There's no other place like Las Vegas to see.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show with Jassen Allen, Michelle Johnson, Nicholas Cole, Tom Hillary, and David C. Arciero in from Vietnam, and he can't wait to go back. He said he can't find any good Italian food in Vietnam.
Where's the canola?
And that's why I'm going to segue right to the Italian American Club. And Jason, tell us about what's happening.
I'm really excited about this.
What's going on, your new show?
I'm going to be doing a show there for their first show for 2021. I've never played there before, and I was so honored when Ben called me and asked me to put something together. Had a lot of great people asking me to do something, and I have to be honest, I don't want to call them fans because they're my friends, but they've made it happen, and Ben called me, and so I put this show together called Feeling Good for 2021 because honestly, after 2020, we all want to feel good right now, and why not? So, with the help of 3 talented musicians, Joe Spraker, Walter Jones, and Earl Campbell, we're gonna be putting on some music there on January 10th, Sunday, January 10th, 6:30 dinner. It's a buffet dinner. The Italian American Club is known for their amazing food.
Amazing buffet.
And then I'll be on at, I think it's half an hour. What is that? 8 o'clock. My show starts at 8, and I'm just going to be singing songs that everyone feels in their heart and soul, and makes their hands clap, toes tap, hearts beat, and feeling good, and starting off 2021 the right way. It's how we did it at the Vegas room when we brought in 2021, and I'm just going to continue that theme of feeling good. So I'm really excited for that.
The whole entire year, Jason.
I mean, we can't go backwards.
We can't go backwards.
We cannot go backwards. I don't slide.
So you feel
very
good
well
about the future of Las Vegas?
I really do. I mean, of course, everyone can understand why people are nervous about it,
sure.
especially the entertainment world. We've been hit. I mean, it's just not Vegas; it's everywhere. That which does not kill us makes us stronger.
That's right.
And so I strongly believe in, if you're ready for the opportunity, if you're prepared, you must be prepared. You just can't expect it to, opportunity. It's just not always going to happen like that. You have to have something ready. And then support. You know what I mean? Support your family, support your friends as far as the entertainment industry. And I consider my entertainment friends, my family, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm out there performing, especially during this crazy time, I don't know how I got so blessed to be continuing to do what I love to do during this crazy time. Thank you so much. But I do it knowing that I'm trying to represent the entertainment community and my brothers and sisters who are not performing like they want to or working like they should be. I'm trying to make them feel proud because I'm trying to represent them in the best way possible.
Michelle, what's up next for you?
I'm taking a break.
Yeah?
She did 18 shows, Chow. She was tired.
I will be back at the Vegas room for sure.
Yeah,
and
probably
before
April.
I forget, the fourth thing I meant to say was they do contract tracing there, too, so that they know who's been there in case something happens. I meant to say that.
They're very safe.
But I am going to take 2 months off to finish all the promotional material that's been sitting in my inbox saying, edit me, fix me, post me, and just sort of revamp my brand and my website, and then I'll be back at the Vegas room doing some things, probably at the Space, and God willing, the gem of the city, the Smith Center, I'm hoping to get back there to the Cabaret Jazz that I love.
Well, we're hoping that place gets back open again, Michelle.
It's going to open.
But one thing at a time, like Jason said,
bet.
it's steps, it's staying positive, it's being kind to each other as we make our individual choices for how we choose to work or not work, where we go. I think the combination of just being kind and generous to each other, but also careful and considerate, is the only way we can do this right. And, Vegas, every time things change in this town, you hear a conniption. When this building gets blown up, when this hotel comes down, but it keeps going. It keeps reinventing. And
That's
same
what Vegas
who
is, right,
complained
Michelle?
10 years ago are like, I love that hotel now. And it's no different for our industry. We
That's right.
evolve or we die, and that's it.
Come through.
So I see that you're a Brooklyn girl. Is that right?
I am. You really can tell when I drive. That's when I sound like Black Fran.
Is that right?
But yes, I'm from Brooklyn originally, but grew up overseas and then landed here in Vegas, and happy to be here.
We're happy that you are here, as a matter of fact, and we look forward to you hitting it on the stage again and going forward and making Vegas stronger and better. And you're a terrific talent. You're a lovely person.
Thank you. People can find me at my website, by the way. I always forget to say that. It's just myname.com, michellejohnson.com, the end.
And you're also an author. Have you written some books that I don't know about? I want to read one.
I'm in an anthology. I haven't written my own book yet. I'm in an anthology, which is a book called Power of the Platform, and it's about how to stay positive and how to push yourself.
Good
stuff. That came out a few years ago, but I'm writing a book now about the music industry, and it's going to be part of a class that I'm teaching female singers and performers about, best practices in the industry. So I'm in the middle of my first draft of that after blowing it up and starting to write it again. And as soon as it's out, I will let you know.
Who do you root for when Yale plays Harvard?
Yale.
Yale, of course.
Yeah. Eli Yale.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
I
You're a
went
Yale
there,
graduate, too,
graduated,
by the
and
way.
I'm
Did I
so-
say that earlier? But you are a Yale graduate, so that's fantastic.
I am.
Smart chick.
My parents are so happy that I'm using my education on the Las Vegas street.
Right.
All that money.
They're thrilled with that. They're thrilled. Nicholas, what's up next for you?
Next up for me, I'm at the Italian American Club. check it out on their website. It's pretty much every Sunday and Wednesday, 6:30. Skyline Hotel and Casino on Saturdays and Sunday. Like I said, the afternoon shows with also Mark Giovi. And Michelle touched on a really good point, because I remember being at Caesar's Palace from 2002 to 2008, and when we went through the economy there, and then we did it again.
What room are you in at Caesar's?
I was at the Galleria Lounge.
The Galleria.
And that's funny. A shout out to Bob Sachs, because Bob
I
Sachs
love
was
Bob.
telling me to mention.
Hello, Bob. We love Bob Sachs.
Man.
And Corey Sachs is beautiful.
Corey, yes, I love Corey.
Yeah.
And she said,
From
throwing.
Is she from Nebraska?
Yeah, she is. Throwing some of the times that we had at Caesar's Palace with Galib Galab. Galib Galab was great.
Galib Galab. I remember him.
We all played at the same times, so on our break we'd all go see each other. And then we went through the economy there. That stuff happened, and we built it again, and we're going to build it stronger 2021. Entertainment is going to be everywhere. If you don't have entertainment, nobody's coming to see.
That's right.
So I'm telling you, 2021, entertainment, Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, I guarantee
And
it.
we will be forever.
Yep.
Hey, Tom.
We'll be here.
On the magazine. Oh, grab that mic. On the magazine.
Yes.
We got you still on. Make you move the camera. On the magazine here, this is a fantastic achievement.
Well, thank you so much.
And we really appreciate it that you're on the show and we can talk about this. It's great. What else are you doing?
well, first of all, from the Harvard man,
Don't go too
little
long.
school down in New Haven, it's an okay school. It's accredited. It's okay.
Okay.
Yale, whatever.
Are you a Harvard guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have got on that earlier in the show.
You could have had a whole different show.
You're darn right.
That's what I use to convince people I'm credible. Okay, what I'm doing right now is working to get more movie scripts polished, ready to shoot, with the eye toward getting them filmed here in Vegas. So I'm talking to some of the local Vegas movie makers and trying to get this into a regular routine. Get ready for.
Tom's got Starlight Productions. He makes movies. He's got 3 of them out in release right now.
That's great.
And David, one more time for you, bud. We got to get a microphone to you. Go to that one. We have a little technical problem. You can see it on Facebook
Well, I'm
Live.
just working on a foreign expert visa right now to
get out of town.
To get out of
Dodge.
To get back into Vietnam. So
And you're heading back there. Are you going to ever come back again, or is this it? That's the last time we're going to see you. Because I'm getting old.
Yeah, no, I think this could be it. Yeah, I'm going to commit to Southeast Asia.
Okay, I'm not buying any green bananas or anything like that anymore.
No, please.
Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam.
Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Thank you so much,
brother.
Jason.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Nicholas, Tom, David, dropping in. Sorry Tiffany couldn't make it tonight. She is a little under the weather. We'll see her next week.
Feel better.
She'll feel better, and we're going to have a lot more going on next week, and I'm getting ready to announce that pretty soon.
All right.
So
happy anniversary as well, my friend,
happy
brother.
Anniversary. That's right. 1 year.
One
Yay.
year. You don't look a day over
Not
3
a day
3
over.
months.
1 year of pushing Vegas entertainment. 1 year of trying to make things happen. 1 year of keeping the Vegas vibe alive.
Yeah.
Just like my good buddy Tony Sacca, who we're going to
Yeah.
hear. He's going to take us out of the show here in just a minute. 20 seconds. I got to kill 20 seconds.
Well, let me say again, come see me at the Mayfair Supper Club every Wednesday night
Please,
at the
we do
Bellagio. Please come check us out January 14th at the Vegas Room when we reopen with Philip Officer on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sky D. Miles coming on Sunday for Sunday brunch.
And David will be appearing at a massage parlor at Spring Mountain in Arville.
And I'll be holed up in my head writing shows. You can find me at
Pretty soon.
MichelleJohnson.com.
Yeah, come rub our back. I got a knot right here for you.
Thank you for listening to the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. Our mission is to get all local Las Vegas entertainers back to work as soon as possible in a safe, responsible, healthy way with no shortcuts. For now, we'll keep the party going, staying positive, creative, and as optimistic as possible. I know you all are in this with me. Vegas isn't going anywhere, and neither are we. We will continue to provide a platform for local entertainers to tell us about what their up-and-coming shows and events are. Got a gig? Contact us. Contact Tom or me at the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show at gmail.com. We also have our website, the same thing, LasVegasRocksRadioShow.com. Radioshow.com.